If you like the millions of other performers that are streaming their content through platforms such as Facebook Live or YouTube Live during the global pandemic, if you're anything like me, you're probably missing the instant feedback that you get from a live audience as you're performing. Well, I figured out a way how to actually still stream your content through platforms such as Facebook Live or YouTube and yet still see the faces of your audience and your loyal fans as you're actually performing. If you want to learn how to do that, I've got just the setup for you. So stick around, we're going to show you how to do it right now. Hey, my name's Stuart Beebe and thanks for watching. So I'm going to take you through the steps now as a performer, what you're going to need to do in which to do your performance and also to get the live audience participation so you can see their faces as you're performing. Now, some people might ask, well, why not just do it through Zoom? Well, the thing is with that, of course, if you are a performer with quite a large audience, Zoom limits the number of participants for a start. And you may just want to have the Zoom maybe for your VIP room or your best friends and family whilst you perform through either YouTube Live or Facebook Live out to your potentially global audience. Okay. This tutorial is going to show you exactly how you pull the two in together, and what you're going to need first and foremost is some software called OBS Studio. The OBS Studio is what is going to cement all this solution together. I'm going to take you through step by step now exactly what you're going to need and the steps you take and how you design your canvas so you can do your first broadcast live and so that you can see the faces of your best, most loyal fans. So please follow along and I hope you find this interesting, and don't forget to give this a thumbs up and even subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. Once we've downloaded OBS, which is free, you're going to see a canvas that's going to look just like this. And the first thing we're going to do is start a scene. So I'm going to call this virtual festival. Then we need to start adding sources into our scene. We're going to make Zoom our first source. So I've just started my Zoom meeting, so assuming you already have a Zoom account, just on that, by the way, if your performance is longer than 40 minutes, you will need to get a paid Zoom account, because a free account with Zoom will only limit your meeting for 40 minutes. So check out the plans that Zoom offer according to what your budget is and also how large your potential audience is here. So we're going to add Zoom in first. We're going to get a window capture here. Call this Zoom. We're going to select Zoom from our audience. Here is all the windows that I have open underneath this OBS. We're going to choose Zoom there and we're going to click OK. Alright, so I've chosen Zoom as the window capture, and what OBS will allow you to do is to select how large, by just dragging this here, how large you want the window to be. So I'm going to put it here over in the top corner for now. An important thing to point out here is the default setting for this. If you double click into here, you'll see the capture method is automatic. So this is really important that you choose this option here, which is the Windows graphic capture. Then what that will do is then open up the webcam or whatever the device you're using to capture your video in Zoom. So now you can see that's all set there. So like I say, I'm going to put that up there for now. So that's the Zoom meeting part. The next thing we're going to do is add in another window capture, which is going to be, I use Facebook Live for my broadcast, my DJ sets. So I'm going to choose Facebook Live, and we're going to choose the window there for Facebook. You're going to need to crop this down to a point where you can just see the chat. So when I'm DJing, I like to see the chat happening as I'm performing. So what you'll need to do is to put this in a place there, and by pressing the Shift key, you can then crop this down to size here. Now obviously I haven't got a live stream going right now, so what I'm going to do, let's just get this down here, there we go. What I'm going to do so you can kind of get the idea is you won't have to do this piece, so I'm just going to add a snapshot, an image of the chat as if it would be happening right now. You can also add some text as well. Really OBS Studio is a real fun bit of software and it's free, so help yourself with what you want to do. You can be as creative as you want. So let's add some text here. I'll give you some idea about the text. We're going to say, join the chat. Okay. So join the chat, and we'll actually say join the chat. So we're gonna, and you can choose which font you want, whatever suits your brand, but we're going to keep it fairly simple for the purpose of this demonstration. So we're going to put that down in this little box down here. Now what we can do is just, again, a little finishing touch here. We right click here, we can add filters on this. So if I want to add a filter, let's say I want to scroll it, I choose the scrolling feature, do OK, and I can choose the speed in which I want to do the scroll there. Okay, so obviously I'm going to need to give some space in that during the chat. So after the T, if I just do some space bars, you can see it starts making sense now. Okay, so I hope you can start to see how this can be quite fun when you're performing. You imagine now you've got your you guys up in there giving you a cheers when you're performing. And of course you will get some delay, by the way, I should point out there. So when you're streaming, of course, there is probably a maybe 5, sometimes 10-second delay for what you're actually doing to what your audience is seeing. So just bear that in mind. But nevertheless, I still think it's fun and a great addition there to have your loyal fans and your audience there while you're performing. Plus, you have the option there to add your streaming chat as well, and that, as I say, that could just be out to anybody that's decided to check in to watch you perform your show. So hopefully that's helped, and I look forward to seeing your performances. I'd love to hear your comments in the chat, so please add some comments if you have any advice. I'd love to hear that too. But thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and also check out the other links there which I've done to really enhance your Zoom meetings and bring in DSLR cameras and GoPros, etc. like that. But again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care.